Hey, what is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Average Gamer Podcast. My name's Jordan, or Classic Evolved, and it's been a while. I think that's the that's the start of every one of these podcasts. I always say it's been a while. It's been about a month since the last podcast, or even upload, I think, on the channel. But I think I did say in the last podcast that we're gonna kind of go maybe every couple weeks, maybe even a month in between, just kind of updaters talking about life and video games. Um, yeah. So the past month hasn't been much. There's nothing to play, and for everyone who's listening to this, who is a gamer yourself, you'll probably 100% follow me on that there's almost nothing to play right now, unless you really just love battle royales, which I don't. uh Recently, I think this past week, Fortnite did their huge update. The new season, or technically it's a new season, but it's a new chapter in Fortnite. The new map, same game. Nothing really changed. So it's kind of like, whatever. I went to play it the other day with some of my boys, and we hopped into some ranked fours because I think it's ranked quads. It's ranked quads and ranked solos. They switch between the ranked duos, trios, and quads, or fours. I think quads, it might be specific to Call of Duty. I don't know, but whatever. I'm gonna call it quads. But yeah, I don't know actually why they do that, but we hopped into some ranked quads, and yeah, we got smoked. People really try Call of Duty. But I'm in Fortnite, not Call of Duty. Like, sweat. It's incredible. We aren't even high elo or rank. Like, I'm not above 500. And these kids are spam building, editing, somehow taking my walls. Then on top of that, some walls aren't rendering, or they're rendering for me or like someone else, but they don't render for the other player. And I've gotten shot through walls, and it's not walls you personally build, it's just walls in the game. Yeah, so I've gotten shot through walls too. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Fortnite, and this new update, I think it's cool that there's a new map, but they kind of just copied and pasted quite a few locations over. Um, but it's Fortnite at the end of the day. It hasn't really changed. So I'm not gonna be playing it a whole lot. Never really planned to, just because there's a new update. But yeah. So yeah, Fortnite, and I'm not a big fan of Blackout, Apex Legends. I don't really like battle royales in general. They're just not fun to me, I guess. I love repetitive games. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 5 or 4, not 5. Battlefield 5 sucks. But a lot of Battlefield 4 on a PC. I've gotten to level 100 on PlayStation, Xbox 360, and we're getting close on PC, sort of. We finally got pretty much every gun unlocked, and now it's just the grind, I guess. The issue with, I guess, Battlefield 4 especially is, I know, like, not to be cocky, but I know I'm better than like everyone on the server, but I have to try, obviously, to drop like 80 plus kills, because the only servers up right now are either like 24/7 Operation Locker, Conquest, or base map Conquest, which is boring. Sometimes you'll get some DLC Conquest servers that are a little bit more populated. But I've been mostly playing a 24/7 all map rush game, or yeah, whatever server. And it's a higher ticket count. I think it's 350 every single rotation of the MCOMs, and I go for like 80 plus kills, or I try to. Obviously, I'm not going to beat the hackers. The hackers always get to about 125, 140. And I can always tell who's hacking. It's pretty obvious too. I've used like every gun in Battlefield 4. Obviously, I've almost hit 100 on 3 different accounts. I've played the game a lot. And there's certain guns that you can't rip someone in 2 seconds from 100 meters away with. There's certain people who do it, and then I look at the scoreboard and they're like at the top, and I'm like, yep, they're gonna be finishing with 100 plus, and they're hacking. But I mean, there's not much you can do. Battlefield 4 is an old game, but I think Battlefield 4, it's just one of those games where I feel like I have to try so hard because I want to be at the top of the scoreboard, I guess you could say. But um, I don't know. It's just one of those games I have to try so hard on, and I love it. But I've been playing that a little bit. Obviously, Rocket League. I'm just kind of sitting champ 3, barely grand champ. Uh, if I, I mean, if I want to get anywhere better than where I'm at now, it's just I'd have to grind trainings, like just the little things, and I just don't really care to. I just kind of just try to play for fun now, but you know, uh, but over the past month, I started getting into Dead by Daylight a lot more. But yeah, there was rank reset. Obviously, there's rank reset every month, and I hopped back onto it yesterday. First came on in like a week. Kind of took a bit break from it because I was starting to get just mad at the game. And let's just say, first teammate goes down. First probably 30 seconds of the match, which is fine. Whatever. DCs. Okay. Fantastic. And obviously, Dead by Daylight, and they're not going to do anything about the DCers, at least not yet. And obviously, they've been implementing the dedicated servers, and that could help with the issue, but they probably still won't do anything about it for at least a while now. They also just pushed back that big Halloween update they were going to do, which they're going to have to do within the next like 10 days before Halloween, because if they do it after Halloween, it's kind of, I mean, what's the point? But yeah, they're gonna have to do it sort of soon, but they pushed it back, so there's that, which sucks. It's a pretty big update, but kind of sucks that they pushed it back. But no, that match, first guy DCs, other teammate, I see him get hit on the bottom, of the screen, obviously. And about 10 seconds, not even later, he's down. He goes on a hook, and just whatever, he tries to save himself and dies. He wasn't very much trying, let's just say that. My other teammate goes down again, and I'm like, we're playing Freddy, and obviously Freddy's pretty good. He's a pretty high rank killer. For people who don't think he is, well, he is. I'm sorry. He's a struggle to play against, especially with new players. And I could tell these people I were playing with, they were like 15, 16, and I'm like 13. That's where they put me at the reset. I'm normally like 7, 6, 5. I never really grind enough to get to 1. I don't play it enough to get to 1. But yeah, I could just tell these guys weren't very knowledgeable on Freddy. And then this other guy goes down, and he's just crawling around. I can tell he's not recovering, but I kind of want to go for the save because it's like I can tell the Freddy's just looking for me because he wants the 4K. And I go to save him because I thought he was recovering. Go to heal him. He's only half recovered. Freddy sees me. Game's over. I'm like, oh, okay, this is fantastic. And it all kind of went downhill once the guy DC'd because Freddy doesn't have to watch the hook anymore. He doesn't have to patrol. He's literally free to just go to the next person. It's like a reset on the map. We didn't even have a generator done. So, it sucks. It happens a lot in Dead by Daylight. And, I wish they would fix it, but they haven't yet. And they probably never will. So, it sucks. But good thing. There's been a lack of games, but this week, Thursday, Call of Duty Modern Warfare releases. And we'll take that. Love to see that. Now, I haven't really played much Call of Duty in the past, 2 months. When Black Ops 4 released, absolutely grinded the game, played a ton of GBs. It's one of my most played GB games. Probably put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours on the game. But game was trash. It really was. I was really hoping the blackout mode would be a lot funner too. It just never turned out to be something that I enjoyed. And zombies was, I don't know what they did with zombies, but it's trash now. But Modern Warfare releases, and it's always fun to hop into a new COD, learn the maps, learn the timings, and start to play some GBs on it. And obviously I'll be playing probably a ton of GBs again this year, just for the fun of it. Last year we kind of started to move towards wagers and playing for money. But like, I'm just trying to play for fun this year, have some fun in public matches. I'm not trying to go too hard, so hopefully it'll be fun playing. Uh, but in terms of actually the game, a little bit of a leak apparently, and it looks like the launch game modes, at least for standard, not including like ground or obviously like the 32v32 mode, which I'm gonna be playing probably a majority of. But the standard modes that are releasing are team deathmatch, cyber attack, which is like search and destroy, but you can get revived. Domination, search and destroy, headquarters, free for all, and gunfight are going to come at launch. So no CTF and no hardpoint. Now, obviously, the first thing I think about is they're probably going to come out with a competitive mode fairly shortly after the game releases, because I don't think they're going to release with a competitive mode. They never do. Because they just never do. And obviously, I think it's more because they want to release probably the competitive mode at the release or the start of the competitive season. Obviously, that doesn't start, I don't think, for like probably a month or a couple of weeks after the release of this game, because obviously the pros don't know the game yet. They're gonna have to learn the game very quickly. So, we'll probably see the release of Hardpoint and CTF unless this leak is not true. But it's from a pretty reliable source, or unless that's in a competitive mode that's already in the game, which we haven't heard anything about. So more than likely, those game modes will release with the like a ranked mode in the game. And obviously, it's gonna be hardpoint, search, CTF this year. They're not gonna go with the trash of Black Ops 4's just worst game mode you could ever come up with. 30 lives, like, geez. And it's weird because, like, and I know I'm typing because I totally forgot the name of the game mode. Oh, God. How much? Wow. See, I keep thinking it's infected, but it's not. Control. No. Oh, God. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking. So yeah, hopefully it's gonna be. There's no way it's not CTF. CTF is so much more enjoyable to watch. Yeah, and obviously you can tell I haven't played Call of Duty in a while since I don't even know the game mode of one of the main game types they played in Black Ops 4. Probably more because it was so bad that what's the point? And I think it actually is control. Yeah, it is control. I'm so stupid. Yeah, just it was not good to watch. It was not fun to watch. I knew what was happening, and half the time I couldn't keep track. And then, for anyone new who's watching Call of Duty, yeah, they're gonna have no clue. They're gonna have absolutely zero clue what is happening with that game mode, because it is, whoa, that's not fun. CTF is 10 times more enjoyable to watch. I don't like CTF personally as a player, but it's so much more, first of all, like, better to watch. People understand what's happening. Capture the flag, everyone knows what capture the flag is, and it's so much more team based. Like, the better team at CTF is going to win in CTF. Control was 5-man stack A, 5-man stack B. Hopefully you come out on top. It's pretty random. I almost guarantee you if they throw stats up, no one really wins the majority of their control matches in Black Ops 4. So, but rosters for competitive, as we were talking about competitive, and obviously the hard point CTF, whatever, not being in the standard modes, which they'll probably come out with the competitive modes. Competitive teams have been getting revealed. We got Seattle the other day. Optic Gaming actually roster reveal on the 24th. Now, obviously, it's quote unquote Optic Gaming. No one really cares. I'm looking at their tweet they just tweeted about 20 minutes ago, and everyone's saying L, it ain't the same. Let's go NRG. Yeah, that's oh yeah, there's not a good comment in here. That's a oof. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Optic Gaming, they're gonna be called like the Gorillas or something. That's already been leaked. Yeah, that's just not a good look. They're gonna be not a popular team, let's just say that. Um, but we'll see who they get on their roster. We know for sure Dashy's stuck on their roster. He doesn't want to be, but he doesn't really have an option from what I've heard. But here's the rosters, I guess, for anyone who cares. The only really rosters that matter are Chicago and I mean Seattle and I'd say Dallas. This obviously Chicago is our city's Envoy, Gunless, Formal, and Scump, which is GOAT Squad. Obviously, a ton of people are going to be Chicago fans, NRG fans, because Hex and the True Optic moved to NRG and Chicago COD, and everyone's going to follow Scump and Formal. Obviously, who doesn't want to be a fan of that? So that team's going to have a ton of clout. I'm going to be a Chicago fan. I mean, why wouldn't I follow Hex? I've been following them since 2012, 11. I remember when Black Ops 2 released and I was watching the tournament where Scump gets the two-piece and then he kills the last guy with the Cap 45. I still remember watching that live. It was like on popped up on Black Ops 2 on one of like the tabs that pops up, like the news tabs. And I remember going to watch it and I had no idea what Comp COD was really at the time. And that's when I first saw it. And so ever since then, following Optic and Hex and Scump and all the boys. I remember Hunting Optic. The new Hunting Optic though with Syndicate was, not gonna lie, a little trash, but it's never as good as the past, right? I actually have to go rewatch that series. But yeah, so the Dallas team, pretty cool, pretty cool. Florida, no one cares. They got Pristini, Havoc. Uh, Dallas though, Duke, Shotzi's, Illy, Clayster, and Krim. Obviously, Clayster and Krim on the same team. That's pretty interesting. Hugh, Shotzi's, and Hugh. I can never say his name. Hugh, Shotzi's, and Illy. That's a pretty decent team. London, obviously, Scraps, Rated, Whatskins, Jared Dillon. Obviously, Whatskins and Scraps on the same team. That'll be really fun to see. And then, yeah, obviously, LA, the Optic team. It's going to be Dashy, probably Tej, Slasher, Kenny, and JCap, which is a pretty good team. Dashy apparently doesn't want to be there, and I doubt TJ really cares to be there either. Slasher, Kenny, and JCap, though, they're just probably happy to be on a team. I mean, they're good players, but I mean, everyone's just trying to get on a team at the end of the day. I don't think anyone really cared what team it was totally. But yeah, Dashy and TJ are getting paid. So, I mean, Dashy might not want to be there, but he's getting paid. What are you, what are you gonna do? I mean, the first team that really got announced, I think, was the Minnesota team. They're getting Alex, Asim, Silly, GodRx, and Assault. They'll be okay. And then New York has Attach, Accuracy, Temp Zero, and Zuma. Obviously, Zuma, the Stallion, Italian Stallion. He'll be the head of that team. That'll actually be funny. Zuma's the GOAT, He's a New Yorker at heart, I guess. And they're called like the New Yorker Subliners. I don't know. Some of these team names are odd, but that'll be a fun team. And also they got Sensor. So Sensor's gonna come off the bench and go huge for them. I love Sensor. I'm kidding. Uh, I don't dislike Sensor. He's cool. Done a lot for the COD scene, but like this dude, any chance he gets, it's some sort of clickbait video for YouTube. And I hate people who do that. It's just like, please just tell us. Like, why ramble on? Or why even make a video when at the end of it you're going to say, I really can't go into detail? Like, that annoys me. But, whatever. Then you got the Paris team, who I think, the Paris team wanted to keep it EU. They wanted to keep it kind of, their region. So they got Dens, Luca, Shocks, Bressy, Kismet, Phantoms, and Zed. Obviously, one of them's going to come off the bench. I don't know who. I don't really know a lot of those players very well, so I can't really sit here and act like I know a whole lot. Obviously, Seattle just got announced. Apathy, Slacked, Octane, Enable, and the GOAT, the one and only Karma. it's gonna be weird to see, Karma play Crimsic, Scump play Karma. That'll be interesting, but at least it'll be something new. Something we haven't seen in a while. Obviously, to the Toronto team, Looney, Methods, Brack, Metals, Lucky, and Kleenex, and some more players as well, which is pretty interesting because that's a lot of money. 50,000 a pop, low end. Like that's the lowest per player. Um, but I mean, we'll see how Comp COD goes this year. Obviously, they have the normal Comp COD. They kind of revealed some stuff in regards to how it's gonna work. Teams playing at each other's venues on weekends, or it we're gonna obviously see how it goes. No one knows how it's really gonna be or how it's gonna turn out in the end. But it'll be interesting, I guess, to see. Do I think it's gonna be huge? No. Do I think it's gonna blow up? No. Uh, Honestly, it'll probably sit around 40,000 viewers, 50. If it's like Scump Formal playing Crimsix or Karma or something, it'll probably go up a little more than 50, maybe 60, 70. But until like a bigger tournament happens, it's not going to hit above 100K or probably even that close to it, unless it's, we're talking about the first match or stream from this new season. It'll probably sit around 50 to 40 on like a league match day. So I'm not expecting it to blow up. I mean, the COD scene's just not that big. But I guess we'll see what it turns to. Yeah, I mean, there's always the hope that it's really cool. And obviously, there's the road to pro, which no one really knows about. They're still going to throw on a bunch of online tournaments for up-and-comers to kind of get their name out. But in the end of the day, orgs really only pick up players based on popularity and if kind of the pros know them. The only way you're really going to play with the pros and get to know them is if you're popular. So it's kind of a popularity contest now, at least. Skill alone's not going to push you to the top, which kind of sucks. And I mean, even Karma said it, at the end of the day, once you hit towards the top, everyone shoots straights. Everyone knows kind of how to play. Kind of comes down to relationships and knowing people. And obviously, you can have a little edge in Call of Duty with the smarts, that little edge. Everyone can shoot straight. That everyone can. I mean, obviously, some people struggle some days. They're just not their day. But for the most part, everyone can shoot straight. So, it's a tough world in the COD scene these days. And it's going to be a struggle for these AM kids who have been trying to go pro for the past 5 years. Yeah, it's probably just not going to happen. Honestly, if I were an AM kid, I'd just move to a different esport because, yeah. But there's always hope. I'm hoping Call of Duty kind of turns up and blows up, but I highly doubt it. And other gaming news, not a whole lot, I guess, happening. Not a whole lot of games releasing. There's no Battlefield releasing this year. No Star Wars releasing this year. The new Star Wars movie just got their last, I guess, official trailer December this year. It'll probably be at least interesting, but for the most part, it's kind of like whatever. I don't really like the new Star Wars movies all too much, but I mean, it's Star Wars, so. And I'm trying to look up like some of the bigger game releases. Obviously, yeah, Death Stranding's coming out, but really no one knows a lot about Death Stranding, so it's kind of like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which is the new Star Wars the new Star Wars game, obviously, where you play as, a Jedi, and I don't really know the whole story. It looked kind of meh, But the biggest game is Death Stranding, though no one really knows what it's about. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. But yeah, I mean, and I'll end up probably only playing Call of Duty this year. There's Outer Worlds, which kind of looks like Borderlands and Fallout mixed. Uh, and recently, I was actually gonna buy a Nintendo Switch. I didn't end up doing it, but only really because The Witcher is coming out on it. Overwatch just came out on it, and they have a lot of good games already on it. But you know, uh, kind of like, eh. I know Ghost Recon comes out real soon. That game will die super quick. I'm just scrolling through the site, seeing what there is to see. Uh, yeah, there's really not a whole lot. Medieval, getting a remaster that's coming out soon. Besides that, there's not a whole lot of games to be played. Uh, looks like Battlefield wise, I'll probably keep playing Battlefield 4, and yeah, there's not many like. Obviously, the only game I'm really looking forward to is like the next Elder Scrolls, but that's who knows. Who knows when that'll come out. I still got to actually get the new FIFA as well. I've been playing FIFA 19, and I only play my career. Uh, but I've been playing it on PC. I got like the EA Origin Pass, and I mean, it has a ton of games on it, mostly like a little bit older games, but they had FIFA 19 on it. And I only really play FIFA in the career mode, but I've always wanted to play in the camera view. It's called Pro Camera View, and it's like kind of like an over the top or over the shoulder view, like you're actually on the field. It's not like you can either play FIFA, and most people play FIFA like competitively in like the broadcast view where it looks like you're watching the game from like a TV. That's how just most people play it. But like in the my career mode, I like to get a little bit more immersed. So I like to play in the pro camera view where it's kind of like over the top. But that camera view on PlayStation is like 30 FPS or lower. It's really bad. But on my computer, it's silky smooth. When you score a goal, it just makes it that much more. You can like feel the goal or the assist. And you can see the stadium like from like almost a player eye view. So it just makes it a lot more immersive. And I've been playing FIFA 19, but I do got to get the new FIFA 20. I know the career mode in that is a little more immersive. There's actual like social status in the game, and you have to do interviews and stuff. I believe. So kind of want to get FIFA 20, but obviously Call of Duty first and foremost. If I get bored of that a little bit, then we'll head over to FIFA 20 probably. And that's kind of it. Sports wise, football. I know Barcelona plays Wednesday. It's obviously the beginning of the year for football. Not a whole lot going on. We're just kind of getting the standings, I guess, for all the leagues and whatnot, seeing where teams are landing. Um, in like a month, 2 months, it'll start getting a little more, serious with Champions League and all that, and even in the leagues, because placements and matches are going to start to matter a lot more. But right now, it's still the kind of the beginning of the season, so I haven't been watching like every game, but I know they play this Wednesday in the afternoon, so I'll be able to watch that, which is always good. Gotta watch Messi and Ronaldo for the time they have left, which is sad. Which is a sad thing to say, I guess. Basketball starts today. Well, today is the 22nd, so yeah, probably today. I'll probably just throw this up today. I don't know who plays today, but there's that. Obviously, I say we're the Average Gamer podcast, but we do talk some sports. I know Zion Williams, he probably won't play this season. I almost guarantee it. He's probably going to do the Ben Simmons thing and just make sure he's healthy, go into next year, get Rookie of the Year next year. Even though he's not a rookie. I still don't like that. If you're in the league, you're in the league. Come on now. But yeah, that's kind of sad. The Celtics signed $115 million deal with how am I blanking? With Jaylen Brown. And let's just say it's not worth it. I don't think he has more career turnovers than assists. I mean, obviously he's not, the point guard or playmaker. But I mean, I don't really watch much basketball, so I don't really care that much. But yeah, it's interesting to say the least that they went with that. Obviously, Patriots are 7-0, but no one cares because they've been kind of playing whatever teams, I guess. But and yeah, that's kind of sports wise all that's happening. And there's really not much else. Yeah, it's been kind of a boring month. Just waiting for games to come out. And it kind of sucks because there's not many games that I'm even looking forward to past Call of Duty, which sucks. Call of Duty's kind of all we got for a while, unless something pops up that I haven't heard about. It catches my eye, but for the most part, we're probably just going to be playing Call of Duty for the next month. So the next time I talk to you, we'll probably be talking about either how trash or how good this Call of Duty has been or is. And I'm hoping the Spec Ops mode in the game, they do some fun Spec Ops missions like MW2 where you can go stealth, because I will love the guys over at Modern Warfare for doing that. That'll be sick. On my side monitor, I actually have Dr. Disrespect, and I can see that he's singing something. And he does this, I believe, every Tuesday. He makes a 2v2 map, or he makes at least part of it for Modern Warfare. Obviously, I doubt they're ever going to put his map in the game, but he used to make maps for Call of Duty, especially for Advanced Warfare. So it's always cool to see his mindset on different things. And he likes to roast Call of Duties, especially when it's a trash map, because obviously he made maps. He knows kind of how to make better maps. So it's always interesting to watch that. But yeah, that's kind of it for the podcast. There's not much else to talk about. Call of Duty, some sports, and that's all there really is, because gaming is in a drought, which sucks. I guess everyone kind of has their game. Most of you guys watching, if you're still listening, thank you for first of all. But most of you guys watching probably have your games. A lot of people play Overwatch. A lot of people play Rocket League. A lot of people play Dead by Daylight. A lot of people play Minecraft, Battlefield. And I guess I'm just a floater. I don't know if I'm normal or not, but I float between games, man. Right now I'm kind of floating around on Sea of Thieves, literally and metaphorically, because you're on a boat floating on water. Okay. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. You're still listening. Thank you so much. And I guess we'll talk a little bit later. A month, a couple weeks, however Call of Duty ends up going. I guess we'll see, and we'll talk about it. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, if you still are, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace out.